Hi there folks, welcome back to the channel. Here we are once again in Rustic Mallorca. Today we're going to be setting up the irrigation system for my fruit trees. It's a bit of a bodge job. I'm not particularly very happy about it, but it's the best I can sort of do really, the best I can think of anyway. Feel free to comment if you think there's improvements, because I'm totally down for that. You've probably seen in a recent video the tree bag system, which ultimately I'm testing that out because that's probably what I'm going to use. If you haven't seen the video, it's up here, pruning the fig tree and the watering bag there, so you can have a look at that. If that proves to work out okay, then we might go for that next year, but for the time being we're going to go back to my current setup. So I'm going to bosh on, put it together, and you can see what you think. So what I'm doing here is this brings the water from the house, from the pump, and connects here into essentially what is like my control station. I've got several pipes and valves, each with its own pipe which will go to each tree. And basically I stand here, put up an umbrella, like a parasol, because it's ridiculously hot, under the umbrella, open a valve, let it run for a minute, close it, next one, let it run for a minute, close it. We get about, I don't know, 20 litres, something like that. We'll test it, of course, to find out how much we're watering before we start the process. But that's basically it, and we just work along like that. So what it means is, rather than walking around with buckets or walking around with a hose pipe and everything else, I'm literally just stood here turning valves. The main reason is it's just so hot to do any physical labour in July and August when the trees really need the water that I just can't think of a better way. So this is what we've got. I'm just going to carry on zip tying these in place. So I've just drilled a few holes here so I can just feed the zip tie through there and lock it in place. I don't want to do a permanent structure because all this gets in the way of the tractor when I have to rotivate, so I take it all away in the winter. So we have to try and make it easy to strip down, but also secure. So a zip tie either side is holding that pretty much in place. And another one further down where I've put pressure on the valve keeps that in place as well. Like so. Little tip for your zip ties, don't open them on the bottom or the top. If you open in the middle, they don't come out, they don't fall out, and you just pull them out as you need them. Right, Sam, that's the last one done. So what we'll do now is we'll drag each pipe over to its corresponding tree. Split. Right, with everything now set in place, ready to go, we're going to connect this hose which brings the water up from the house, like that, and then we'll turn the pump on. Right, we'll close all the valves and check for leaks. That's a leak, so we'll have to replace that. So that's one section of pipe there we've got to replace. The rest all look fine, so we'll replace that and then we'll check each pipe. I'll turn the water off first. Right, I've got a bit of extra pipe here. We'll just measure it roughly where we need it. Make some cuts. Nice. Remove the old one. Those zip ties do a great job of holding it on. Oh man, broke the whole T-piece, which is now stuck in there as well. Oh man, right, T-piece it is. Right, got a new T-piece. The problem is they sit out in the sun and they just go brittle. They're not very expensive anyway, and it's a low pressure system. So just one of the things you've got to live with, I suppose. Right, fortunately we're gonna have to ditch these zip ties because I can't get purchase otherwise, which is a shame. So we'll try and work it off here. Sound. See if I can get that out, save the pipe. No chance. We'll just cut another bit of pipe. Force it on that way. That way too. Once that's sorted, try and remove this one. There she goes. Nice. And we'll get this one out of here as well, as best we can. Sweet. This one goes back on here. This one on here. And that one on there. Nice. Put this back in place. Oh, it's hot already. 10 o'clock in the morning, it's boiling. Right, cool. We'll do another leak test now. I'm going to put the pump on. Right, so that's the pump on. Just got to close these valves, get the pressure up inside the system. Got one open there. I'll open the very first one, just half a smidge. Close this one. There we go. We've got the odd leak here and there, but that's fine, just the odd drip. It's just serious leaks I'm worried about, really. These fittings are rubbish, so you've always got to live with a few drips. Right, cool. I'll open this one up all the way, and you can see what's happening. There we go. And then we just pan over here to our lime tree, and you can see how it's getting a nice drink. So after about a minute or so of running, you turn that valve off, turn the next one on, and carry on as we go. So now what we'll do is we'll just check all the leaks on the pipes. So we'll just open each one in turn and see if we get any ridiculous sprays coming from any of the pipes. So open one and close the other. That valve is looking ropey as. There we go. Looks pretty good. Open this one, close this one. I always open the next one first, just to make sure there's no ridiculous pressure build-up. That one's looking good. Good. Okay. Okay. Oh. This one's got a split, so we're gonna have to cut it off there and extend it to reach the tree, because that's just no good. That's the last one there. Oh. What's the best option here? Need a joining piece. So this looks like it was an elbow and it's broken off, so we've just got a joining piece, straight joining piece, just to pop in there. There we go, just like that. Ooh, the mud. Ugh. Take that to the bin. Oh man, we've got another one now. Because we've increased the pressure, we've got another bloody geyser here. Look at that thing. Because we've got loads of pipe, I'm just actually just going to cut that there and bin the rest of it. I can maybe even split it with my hands. Like that. No, I can't. There we go. Right, sweet, that's all the leaks checks done. So I'll go and turn the pump off. Right, now we know that the system is working, which is cool. We need to prep each tree. As you can see here, the water's leaking out and going over there, which we don't want. So we've got to essentially create a bit of a well where the water can collect and pool. And then it's going to go into the tree, so we're not wasting anything basically. So what I like to do now is, I like to use my tiller head to create a bit of a well, and then we can put the pipe in place and we're good to go. We're also going to take this opportunity now to put down some fertiliser so the tree's got a bit of energy. You can see here she's properly struggling. This is a lime tree and it's properly struggling with the heat and the lack of water. So we need to get this sorted out pretty fast, get the tree some vitamins and a nice drink. So this is our fertiliser here, which is nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium and sulphur. So we're just going to sprinkle it, it's granule, we're just going to sprinkle it around the tree. Doesn't need loads, not a very big tree, just a nice covering. I'll get the job done. Now we can pass the tiller head and create a bit of a well. Now we've created a bit of a well, we'll just move it out to the side a little bit. Like so. Right, sweet. Then what I like to do is put the hose in place, like that, up so I can see what's happening. Then I like to bury it here so it stays in place. There we go. Now we can give it a water. Right, the pump's on, so let's give it some. All the valves are closed except the first one. Oh, you can see, there you go, look. So I usually run it for about a minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an empty plastic water bottle, say 5 litres, and we'll run it into the bottle first, pour it in the tree, and we'll do that for 1 minute to see how many litres we're going to get. I'm happy with anywhere sort of 15-20 litres is perfect. But for now, we'll just leave that running until it fills up. Clean my hands as well while I'm at it. So one of the other options for the tree bag, like I said, if you've not seen that video already, there's a link up here to the fig tree video. The big Gator tree bag, 75 litres. The other option is a donut, a tree donut, which goes around sort of the base for sort of younger trees. And the reason that's good, apart from the fact that obviously it's a slow system, is the fact you can cover it with straw and it maintains the humidity and the moisture inside a lot longer. As you can see here, there's a lot of water, but it's quite exposed to the sun. So if you do it during the day, a lot of it is lost to evaporation. Right now, I'm just testing the setup and it's early morning, but once I'm finished, I'll do this at 8-9 o'clock at night so that the trees get the moisture all the time throughout the night and it's not lost to evaporation. There you go, you can pretty much see how that's working there. Nice well of water. So we can turn that off. And we're going to repeat that to all the trees. Right then, it's 8 o'clock at night. We're in the shade, which is a glory. The sun's setting slowly in the west. I've got this water tank here, 6 litres water bottle, and we're going to run it for a minute and see how many litres we get out on this tree. So all the base of the trees is prepared, all the little sort of circles are made, little donuts, little walls, defences to hold the water inside. So we are just going to crack on with the first one. Get our stopwatch ready. Okay, there we go, started. Okay, stop. Right, so that 6 litres actually took about 20 seconds. So if you do the math, 20, 40, 60, in a minute, 18 litres, which is about perfect. So we'll do a minute per tree. So as we're approaching a minute, we're going to open this one, turn this one off, reset the timer for a minute. Right, another minute, stop that, open this one, turn that one off, reset, start again. Well, I think you get the message anyway. We're just going to keep doing that across the board. A minute, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's going to take about 12 minutes in total to water all these trees. So considering it's boiling hot, even though we're in the shade, I think this is the most efficient way time-wise to get everything watered. What I don't like, and we'll see later on in the season, is because I dump so much water and then there's no water for like 3 or 4 days and then more water. The pomegranates in particular split open and are no good. So that's something that I really need to figure out. Is I don't want the trees to die from lack of water, but I also want to be able to eat the fruit, which obviously takes me back to my tree bag idea, but I don't know whether that's going to be successful. So we'll just have to see. But anyway, that's kind of the vibe. Once it's all finished, I'll have a quick walk around so you can see what's going on, and then we're pretty much done. Right, that's us finished with our little setup there. So we'll have a bit of a walk around, see what's going on. So there you go, you can see here, this is the lime tree. And you can see how it's all the water's concentrated where it needs to be, which is pretty cool. We spin around, and same deal with this lemon tree. Still got plenty of water sat in there. It's been sat in there now for a good 20 minutes. Same again there, and then down the back there, another lemon tree. This lemon tree looks sorted. This one too has got its water. This little lime tree as well. You can see, look how badly it needs it. See how the leaves are all curled and looking gnarly. I might just come back in the morning and see if that's made any difference, that water to the tree, just to sort of round things out. We'll see. Anyway, moving along, we've got pomegranate, got our pear tree. There's the fig tree, look, with the tree bag on it. That was a peach tree, but it died last year, devastated. And we've got another pomegranate tree. They look very different. I'm assuming one's male and one's female, and they cross-pollinate each other. Both produce fruit. That's a total guess. I have no idea. Feel free to correct me. And then over here, the furthest away one, this is an apricot tree. We'll just make our way over here. You can see, unfortunately, half of it's dead. Similar situation to the fig tree, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to come in here and do some pruning, get rid of some of these dead stuff. I've given it some fertiliser. It's obviously had a nice drink as well. And I'm hoping we can try and pull it back around, because this side of the tree actually looks pretty good. In fact, we've got apricots. Let's test one. Definitely didn't get enough water. Ugh. They'll be probably better in a tart or maybe in jam, but they're very, very dry. No moisture at all. And then finally, this is the last fruit tree we've got up this end of the plot. And this is a plum tree. And plums are in season. So let's find one that looks good. They're normally excellent on this tree. Here we go, easy one to get. There we go. Look at that beauty. Let's give it a quick rub and let's give it a quick test. There it is, look. Mmm. Mmm. Very good. Got some sort of an insect in it. We won't bother finishing the rest off. Get another one though. Very small due to lack of water. My bad. Mmm. Juicy though. Wow. Mmm. Nice. So there we go. That's all the trees sorted. All the way down the bottom there, we've got a persimmon tree and an orange tree, but that's got a completely different setup for the watering. This pipe that runs all the way along this wall takes water down to them, and we've got a very different setup. The orange trees, you just have to water a couple of times in July and August, put like loads of water, and then you're done. And that way you guarantee that there's not a lot of pith on the fruit when the time comes. Right, sun's going down, so it's beer o'clock. We'll see how that lime tree is done in the morning. Morning folks, next day now. Just thought we'd have a quick look at the lime tree, see how she's done overnight. So you can see these leaves have uncurled, these ones not so much. These ones have uncurled as well. So that's pretty good news really. You can see the water there, the soil's still damp, so it's still going to be absorbing that. This is where if you put straw down, obviously you help maintain the moisture in the soil, which is cool. But I haven't got any straw, so we can't really do that. With all things said, we have got a load of limes there, another one there, another one there, another one there, and we've got loads over here as well. And that's going to be perfect for my rum and cokes. Catch you on the next one.